Hey mama, welcome to my home. This is your girl Yav, and today I am going to share with you how I plan for my 3 kiddos for the week. So stick around. Okay mama, so let's get started. So for me, I start every Sunday evening to prep for the upcoming week. So Sunday evenings, I get out my 4 things that I need in order to get the week started. So the first thing I start with is my mommy planner. This planner I actually found on One Stop Planner Shop, and it is basically a template that you can use to make your own individualized planner. So this planner is very specific. As you can see, I have tabs. I just printed it off and got it bound at my local Office Depot. But I use this planner. This is my, can you see that? This is my year at a glance. It tells me when we're going to have school. So I prepped all of this. I'm not going to go into detail about that. But what I also have here are my weekly lesson plans. And so I actually use this because I track what I want my children to do. And as you can see, what I do is I go through and I mark what they did, what we did get to, and if something did not get done, I just take the things that are not marked off and move them over to the next week. This planner for me just serves as a guide. So I start off with my planner. We also only do 4 days a week, so Monday through Thursday. My Fridays are for extra work, extracurricular activities, or makeup time. So that's just how we get started. So I start off with my planner so that I can know exactly what my children are going to be working on, and so that I can keep track. What we have next is our individual weekly folders. So this is my son's folder, and inside he has a folder that is just for each day. So this is day 1, day 2, day 3, and day 4. And so inside each folder, he will have his assignments for the week. So all he needs to do is complete what is in this folder, and then there's some extra stuff that we might do for our unit studies and stuff like that, but this is his individual work that has to be done, and he can get right into it. He knows, hey, we're on day 1, so we're going to get started. So for planning purposes, what I do is I pull out the work that has been completed, I look over it, and then I file it away, which brings me to step number 3. So step 3 is this filing system. And so this is where I take the work that was already completed and I put it in this file folder just to be neatly stored away. Now, I must give credit where credit is due. I got this system idea from Christy Clover, and I will link her information below, so that if you wanted to take a look at that on how to organize your homeschool curriculum, whether it's in the beginning or once they're done, how to organize it, she has some really good tips. I don't do exactly what she does, but I do use her crate system for after the kids finish their work. And so I will take this folder. Every child has a specific color, and I just put in, all I do, slide all of their work that they completed in here, and then I drop it like so into the crate system. So that is step number 3. All right, so step number 4 is my curriculum bin. So I have one of these bins at each one of my children's desk, and inside has their actual curriculum that I am using for them currently. So this is all current curriculum. And what I do is I just open this up, and then I go through their curriculum, whatever they're working on. I pull out just the things that they are going to work on this week. I stick it in their weekly folder, and then pop that back in, and then I just put this curriculum back where it belongs. So This is for me. My children don't go into these bins. This is just mommy's bin. Anything that they need to work on, maybe that's not in their weekly folder, I put in their cubby right here. And so usually that will be like a unit study. As you can see, we're doing the Gather Around Christmas, but unit study workbooks or something like that. Maybe some books that they're reading, those types of things will be in there. But for planning purposes, this is all that I use. So that is it. So let's go ahead and get started so you can see how I pull all of this together. So what you're going to see me do is I am just going to be going through the process. I'm going to be looking through my son's work from last week. I'm going to be looking at his curriculum, pulling out things that I want him to work on this week, and I'm going to be just jotting down those notes in my planner and putting them in his folder, and then that is it. So this entire process is probably shorter than the video that I'm making. But I do this for each one of my kids every Sunday. So I'm just going to get to work, and you're going to see kind of what that process looks like. If you have any questions about the curriculum that I'm using, I do have some curriculum videos that I will link below if you wanted more an idea of what we're using currently for my fourth grader or for my other children. All right. So as I'm getting started right here, I am actually going through my son's work from last week and seeing if he completed everything that he was supposed to get done. So here is an example of some worksheets that my son had been doing last week, and he really did not completely finish. So even though this was last week's work, it is going to go back into this week's folder. All right, so here is that filing system that I talked about earlier. As you can see, I am going through my son's work from last week and putting it in his particular folder to be filed away neatly. All right, so here is where the lesson planning starts for next week. I am looking at his curriculum. I'm going to go through each one of his subjects and see which lessons he is going to be doing. And I'm going to take those lessons and place them in his work week folder. So you'll see me going through the curriculum, tearing out pages, and inserting them into his folder. Okay, so now at this point, I have gotten everything together that I need for his upcoming week. So I am going through the curriculum that I pulled out, and I'm looking at what he's going to do for each day of our homeschool week. So I'm looking at what he's going to do on Monday, what he's going to do Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and I'm writing those down in my planner so that I can record it and just keep track for myself. And then I'm simply placing it in his folder. So it's very simple, very quick, very easy, and very efficient. All right, Mama, I am done. So altogether, it took me probably about 15 or so minutes to put my son's folder together, grab out the stuff that he's going to be working on this upcoming week, and straighten out his desk and get all the junk that he had stuffed in his cubby somewhere. But I do this for all three of my kids, and this is a process that I've been using that has helped me keep track of what my kids are doing, plan for the next week, hold myself accountable and my kids for what they need to get done. And it's so easy because everything is right here at each child's desk. So I don't have to run and look for anything. Once I sit down, I'm here, I jot it down, I make their folders, and I move on to the next. So I hope that this video has helped you mamas somehow. Hopefully you can grab a tidbit or two from the way that I plan for my 3 kiddos for their homeschool week. And I am so glad that you decided to come to my home and join me just for a little bit. I hope that you have a fantastic day, mama, and I will see you again soon.